In his brand new book, Tiki Cocktails, I found a recipe called The Flaming Wisdom of Pele. We're gonna make that cocktail, and we're gonna talk about a brand new tiki mug from Tiki Farm. Just in time for spooky season. Let's go. My name is Spike, and on my other channel, we've made over 200 tiki cocktails right here in my home tiki bar, the Breezeway. On that channel, we've done interviews, we've toured to some of the most incredible home tiki bars across the country, and we've traveled to some of the most amazing commercial tiki bars. But right here on this channel, it's all about the recipes. Welcome to Tiki Cocktails with Spike.
Tiki Cocktails with Spike.
Glad to have you here. Welcome back. My friend Sue illustrated this whole book. She's designed stuff for the Breezeway Cocktail Hour. She's one of the most prolific tiki menu artists. I don't know, she's done all kinds of stuff. She's from Australia, but she's a phenomenal illustrator. Let me find something phenomenal for you to look at. Look at this skull thing. But I've never made one of these cocktails before. This book is by Shelly Slipsmith, and one of them stuck out to me, mostly because it's on fire, but also because the flaming wisdom of Pele. So let's get to mixing. There's kind of a lot of ingredients in this one. Let me see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, over 9 or 10 ingredients, but it looks really good. I think it's gonna go very well with the brand new mug from Tiki Farm. We'll talk about that at the end. Let's start with the fruit juices first. 2/3 of an ounce. What the hell is 2/3 of an ounce?
I don't know.
Is this an Australian book? Hey Siri, how do you do 2/3 of an ounce?
Since 1 cup holds 8 ounces, 2/3 of a cup is 5, 1/3 ounces. As most measuring devices are not accurate to 1/3 of an ounce, an alternate method of measure may be easier to use. Keeping with measuring devices that are found in the average home, 2/3 of a cup also equals 10 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons.
What? What do I do for 2/3 of an ounce?
That's more confusing what she said.
Hey Siri, how many teaspoons in 2/3 of an ounce?
0.67 fluid ounces is 4 teaspoons.
4 teaspoons.
Boom.
4 teaspoons of lime juice. I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, so it's like 3/4 of an ounce. When did you say 3/4 of an ounce? We're gonna do the same thing for white grapefruit juice. We're gonna do the same thing for velvet falernum. Do 2/3 of an ounce. I bet you somebody in the comments are gonna be like, bro, 2/3 of an ounce is just 3/4 of an ounce. Right?
Well, I guess we'll see in the comments.
3/4 of an ounce, 2/3 of an ounce. Seems right, right? 1/2 of an ounce of honey syrup. I know that one. This cocktail has all of the makings of like a very tasty tiki cocktail. I'm excited about the last ingredient, and at the end of the episode, I'm gonna let you know if I ordered this in a bar, would I order it again? And maybe we'll have editor Jared on to also taste it, to see what he thinks about it. 1/4 ounce of cinnamon syrup. We're gonna do 1 ounce of dark rum. Karuba is kind of my all-around dark rum that I use. You could also use Myers, Whalers, like an Appleton signature, I think. Any dark rum that is not like a super aged or super pot still funky one. 1 ounce of white rum. I'm gonna use the Hamilton White Stash, made from Ed Hamilton's White Mustache. That's how you know it's good rum. See? Right there. And then 1/2 ounce of aged rum. I've had this plantation bottle, like this 20-year anniversary plantation bottle laying around for a while. Last time I drank it was with Sven Kirsten. So we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of this aged rum. There we go. Then 2 dashes of orange bitters. Whew, orange and bittery. Oh, and also 1 ounce of 151. Sheesh. And we're gonna hang on to the 151 also after this because we are going to be igniting this drink. Sorry, Ed. A week ago, he was like, don't use my rum to light anything on fire. Like, I don't want the liability. It's all right, I'm not gonna sue you, Ed. We are going to add some ice to a shaker tin. A couple of scoops there, and we are going to pour into here. And from Tiki Farm, brand new. It's got like a little lid. This was designed by our friend Bai, B-A-I. And it is available from Tiki Farm now. So get them while you can. Perfect little tiki cocktail, like a pumpkin wagon vehicle thing. Look at his little face, some wheels. Get it from Tiki Farm now. Okay, we're gonna top it off with some more ice. A little more. A lot of room in that pumpkin. So she said? So she said? Is that what she said?
Maybe. It's a good thing.
Why'd you say it like a French guy? Maybe.
Maybe, I do not know.
Okay, so you can drink it like this. You can put a straw through the top if you like. But in this recipe, this is the flaming wisdom of Pele. Or, for the season, this is the flaming pumpkin of Ichabod. Ah, okay. So, we're just gonna set the lid over here for a moment. You wanna save your spent lime shell. We're gonna put that right on top there. Now, if you're not familiar with lighting cocktails on fire, you shouldn't do it. Let professionals like me do it. But if you wanna try it at home, don't tell anybody that I told you how to do this. Now, in the book it says, put some 151 in a spent lime shell. Now, what you should really do, because I tested this on my other channel with different ways to light cocktails on fire. Is you use a crouton. This is just a piece of toasted bread, but it'll act like a crouton. You'll get a better, more sustained fire, a more visible flame. So I've got the piece of bread on top here. We're gonna add some 151 to that. Don't use Hamilton rum for this. Okay, and if you get a little bit of Hamilton rum in there, it's not gonna hurt it. We're gonna ignite this thing. And then there's a couple of other little bonus things. I have an atomizer here. What's in this thing? Lemon extract?
Oh.
Lemon extract. And cinnamon. Okay, we are on fire. And then with one hand, you can use the atomizer to create fire or to enunciate the fire. And then with the other hand, cinnamon. Whoa. And there you go. So from Tiki Cocktails by Shelly Slipsmith, this is the flaming wisdom of Pele. Or the flaming pumpkin of Ichabod. I'm sorry that I changed the name, Shelly, but cheers. I mean, what do you want? All the ingredients say classic, easy to drink, perfect tiki cocktail. It's on the boozy side. The fruit juices are great. It's like everything you would expect from a tiki cocktail. It's just so well-rounded. Falernum, honey syrup. The orange bitters are kind of a nice twist because normally I think it would steer more towards the spices, but the orange bitters kind of do something like bright to it. I would call this a new take on a very classic style tiki cocktail. It's great. If you have all the ingredients, make this one at home. And let's bring in editor Jared to see what he thinks about the flaming pumpkin of Ichabod, or the flaming wisdom of Pele. I feel so bad for changing the name, but you know, what are you gonna do?
Hey, hey! I love this. This is amazing.
I know.
This is getting me in the Halloween mood.
Halloween mood.
Yeah.
Here's
I like that there's a top for it too, like
And you like
to
this
keep
little
out
top?
flies.
Oh,
And bugs.
flies and bugs.
Well, you know, if you're having it into a fly or buggy kind of day or something like that. You never had a fly or bug get in your drink?
No. What are you
Alright.
talking about?
Okay.
To protect you from the flies and bugs.
All right.
And you're gonna let me know if you order
Yeah.
this in a bar.
Okay.
Would you order it again?
You're right. That's everything. That's everything you want in a tiki cocktail.
Yeah.
That's a roller coaster of a drink right there. Just all of it. And you put it on fire, it's got everything. It's a freaking ride. It's a ride.
A roller coaster, Richard. Aren't you overselling this a little bit?
No, I'm not.
No?
It's amazing.
Okay. The other night we were sitting in here and I poured him some Lafroig.
Yes, it was disgusting.
It's like one of my favorite drinks, and he goes, "What is this, scotch?" And I go, "Yeah." You don't like it?
Tasted like a campfire. But this, you have a great time with that. Where can you get this? I would go order that somewhere for sure.
Well, you can get the mug on tikifarm.com.
Yes.
I think you have to get this from this book, Tiki Cocktails by Shelly Slipsmith.
All right.
Beautifully illustrated by my friend Sue. Not sponsored, but she did give me this book. So,
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt for the mood.
yep.
It's not exactly what I thought it would be when I bought it.
What are those, cows?
Yeah. When I put the thing in Amazon, I said, Hawaiian shirt, cowabunga. But I think I just typed in cow, and I got this. How's this bit doing? Is this good? Cowabunga, dude. Get that drink. Would you get it again? Did you say that? Would you order that again?
I would.
Okay, cool. It's
delicious.
Nice.
And if you're interested in another delicious tiki cocktail, click on this link right here. Cowabunga, dude.
Cowabunga.
You taking that?
No. No.
Do you want one of these for yourself?
I really do like it. And just the flame on the top, the pumpkin, that's like, in the cartoon when it throws, it's just that.
I know. It's really a good drink.
Yeah.